Welcome to our exploration of Europe's evolving approach to return migration. Today, we'll examine how 10 European nations are managing the return of non-EU immigrants in 2025, focusing on the official processes, statistics, and policies shaping this complex landscape. Our journey begins in Sweden, a nation renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, innovative spirit, and deep-rooted values of equality and openness. For decades, Sweden has been celebrated as a welcoming society, embracing diversity and fostering a sense of community among people from all walks of life. But in 2025, Sweden has refined its approach to migration, focusing on voluntary return for those without legal status, balancing compassion with practicality. The Swedish Migration Agency now offers not only financial incentives, but also comprehensive reintegration support, helping individuals rebuild their lives in their countries of origin. Each case is carefully reviewed and handled on an individual basis, with detailed planning and close collaboration between Swedish agencies and international partners to ensure fairness and transparency. The emphasis is always on minimizing distress, providing emotional support, and ensuring that the process is as smooth and respectful as possible for everyone involved. Sweden's model is quiet but determined, reflecting a national preference for order, structure, and thoughtful solutions to complex challenges. This recalibration is subtle rather than dramatic, yet it signals a broader trend emerging across Europe as countries seek more humane and effective migration policies. The Swedish focus on well-organized, dignified returns is setting a new standard, one that is increasingly echoed by other nations on the continent. In Sweden, policy change is not rushed or reactionary. It unfolds one careful, considered decision at a time, always with an eye toward humanity and long-term stability. Next, we arrive in Belgium, the EU's administrative heart. In 2025, Belgium has increased its return operations, emphasizing legal formalism and procedural fairness. The Belgian Immigration Office promotes voluntary departure, offering counseling and support through partners like the International Organization for Migration. When voluntary return fails, enforced repatriation is meticulously planned and monitored. Oversight ensures compliance with human rights standards. Belgium's system is bureaucratic, yet attentive to individual circumstances. Rising returns here reflect a commitment to managing borders with a firm legal hand. Belgium stands as a microcosm of Europe's broader challenge. In Austria, ranked 8th, a more assertive stance on immigration control has emerged. The government has invested in border security and streamlined deportation processes, aiming for speed and efficiency. The Federal Office for Immigration and Asylum accelerates asylum claim processing and return decisions. Bilateral agreements with countries of origin are key, ensuring smoother repatriations. Austria's approach is proactive, focused on prevention and strict enforcement. Here, the message is clear. Entry and residence rules will be upheld. Austria exemplifies a firm, efficient model of migration management. Denmark, at number 7, is recognized for its outspoken and often debated immigration policies, which have drawn attention across Europe and beyond. The country has taken a firm stance on migration, aiming to balance humanitarian obligations with national interests and public sentiment. The Danish Return Agency plays a central role, ensuring swift and efficient departures for those without legal status. Through a combination of counseling, logistical support, and, when necessary, legal compulsion, the agency works to uphold Denmark's strict immigration laws while providing a structured process for return. Rejected asylum seekers are offered only limited benefits and are often housed in specialized departure centers. These facilities are designed to encourage cooperation with return procedures, making it clear that remaining in Denmark without status is not a viable long-term option. Denmark is also actively exploring partnerships with third countries, seeking new ways to process asylum claims and facilitate returns. These international collaborations are part of a broader strategy to manage migration more effectively and share responsibilities with other nations. These innovative and sometimes controversial strategies reflect Denmark's determination to maintain control over migration. Public debate is ongoing, with supporters praising the policies for their clarity and critics raising concerns about human rights and integration. The policies act as clear deterrents, signaling to potential migrants that Denmark enforces strict criteria for residency and is prepared to act decisively when those criteria are not met. Denmark's high return numbers are not accidental. They are the result of a deliberate long-term strategy that prioritizes enforcement and efficiency in the immigration system. Here, sovereign border control is not just a policy. It's a top national priority, shaping the country's approach to migration for years to come. Switzerland, outside the EU but central to Europe, balances humanitarian tradition with strict enforcement. The State Secretariat for Migration ensures efficient returns, with cantonal authorities implementing decisions nationwide. Voluntary return is encouraged through generous financial aid, vocational training, and reintegration support. The philosophy successful reintegration prevents future irregular migration. Switzerland's dual approach, firm enforcement and robust support, defines its model. Illegal residence is not tolerated, but humane alternatives are offered. This blend of order and compassion has led to high voluntary return rates. Switzerland's system is a model of compassionate enforcement. In the Netherlands, efficiency and pragmatism drive return policies. The Immigration and Naturalization Service uses digital processes for rapid decisions and clear outcomes. International partnerships and readmission agreements are central, with Dutch officers working abroad to facilitate returns. A differentiated approach offers support to those who cooperate, while non-cooperation can lead to detention. The Dutch system is direct, organized, and leaves little room for ambiguity. High return numbers reflect this administrative precision. The Netherlands sets a standard many European nations seek to emulate. Here, clarity and speed define the process. France, ranking 4th, has intensified its return efforts in 2025. New laws empower regional prefects to issue and enforce deportation orders more efficiently. Voluntary return is promoted through expanded assistance, while resources for enforced returns have increased. Administrative detention centers and chartered flights are part of the ramped-up strategy. France seeks a new balance between humanitarian ideals and demands for control. The scale and complexity of the French system make this a monumental task. France's position reflects a determined political shift. Spain, at number 3, is shaped by its geography as a major entry point. Return operations have scaled up, focusing on sea and land arrivals. The Civil Guard and National Police manage arrivals and rapid processing. Bilateral agreements with countries like Morocco and Senegal are crucial, combining returns with development aid and security cooperation. Identifying undocumented individuals and organizing large-scale returns are ongoing challenges. Spain's high return numbers reflect its role as a frontline state. The system is one of constant adaptation and management. Here, migration control is a daily reality at the border. Germany, Europe's economic powerhouse, ranks 2nd for returns. Its federal structure divides responsibilities between national and state authorities, enabling specialization. Return counseling centers offer generous voluntary return packages to encourage cooperation. When persuasion fails, the federal police conduct large-scale, meticulously planned deportations. Germany's approach is thorough, resource-intensive, and highly organized. High return numbers are a response to previous years' large arrivals. The system is working through a significant backlog, balancing incentives with enforcement. Germany stands as a giant in European repatriation. Italy tops the list, driven by its unique geography and a wave of new hardline policies that have reshaped the country's approach to migration. With its long Mediterranean coastline and proximity to North Africa, Italy has become the first port of call for thousands seeking a new life in Europe. As a primary landing point, Italy faces relentless pressure from the constant arrival of migrant boats, often overcrowded and in distress, making rescue and reception a daily challenge for authorities and local communities alike. In response, the government has increased resources for identification and removal, deploying more border police and immigration officers to manage the influx and process arrivals more efficiently. New pre-removal detention centers have been established, giving authorities more time to process returns and detain those awaiting deportation, a move that has sparked both support and controversy. Diplomatic agreements with North African and sub-Saharan countries are now central to Italy's strategy, with leaders negotiating deals to facilitate the return of migrants and strengthen border controls. These agreements often involve development aid and investment in exchange for cooperation, aiming to address root causes of migration while ensuring smoother repatriation processes. The government's strong mandate has unified state efforts, bringing together ministries, law enforcement, and diplomatic channels in a coordinated push to manage migration and returns. Italy's high return numbers are the result of this perfect storm of policy, geography, and international cooperation, making it a model, though a controversial one, for other European nations. Here, the cycle of migration often ends where it began, on the Mediterranean shore, as migrants are returned to the very place they first set foot in Europe, closing a difficult chapter in their journey. Today, Italy stands at the epicenter of Europe's return efforts, its actions shaping the future of migration policy across the continent. Our journey reveals a continent recalibrating its approach to migration. From the Netherlands' efficiency to Italy's frontline pressures, a common thread is clear, stronger border controls and more managed returns. These processes are designed to be lawful and humane, though debate continues over their implementation. Migration remains a complex, evolving story. This is just one chapter. Share your thoughts below and join the conversation. Thank you for watching.